Just a sec.
It's like a ghost. You're back.
I am back.
Okay.
Okay. I had logistics after all. Okay, so we were having this conversation about scarcity, and pretty soon it became clear that creation wanted to come through in that space. And somehow, right in that moment, we were already connecting to the experiment of becoming creation instead of being in that space of scarcity. And since then, we have been exploring, okay, how does this happen? To be together, creating a rage club, the three of us together, collaborate, and then bring it to other people. How does that go? And so we've been ongoingly dealing with what's coming up. For example, my underworld, when at some point I was no longer collaborating with both of them. And this is something that happens. I've seen it happen with me several times. I've seen it happen with other women. And there's only women in this call, which I'm also taking this as feedback. I'm really glad about that. And I would like to have you on this journey of exploring anger and this connection with you creating and sourcing what you want in this world. What game world, what is it that's alive in you that wants to come through? And how can you use your anger to move your point of origin from this culture where scarcity, where money is at the center, to a culture where your non-material value is at the center? You are already the value. And there's nothing that you need to do or to be, because you already are. Do you have, and does anyone has any question about this? Or Beth or Meredith, do you want to add something?
Yes. Using anger to actually come into clarity about what your non-material value is might be a first step for some people. If you've only been moving through the world feeling valued for doing, so I definitely was moving through the world and I saw the activities I would do or what I would offer to groups of friends as what my value was. So yes, invite me to stay at your house. I'll make sure that I am cooking beautiful meals, and that's what it means to have me around, is I will help you out with the things you're doing, manual labor, and these kinds of things. So I was definitely moving through the world thinking that cooking, cleaning, coaching soccer, mostly those things were what how I brought value. And so for the last 2 years, I've been on this journey of really getting closer to my anger. And through that journey of getting closer to my anger, I'm practicing 3 minutes of anger 3 times a week for 3 months, which I just finished about 2 weeks ago. From that, and this was like something that came out of it that I did not expect, was actually being so much closer to myself, to my clarity about what my value is simply by being. What is it for me to come into a space and to be with you right now That's the non-material value. And so using anger to get through that first layer where kind of let go of valuing, I let go of valuing myself based on what I did and what I could bring for other people, what I could deliver, and shifting into a totally different way that I move with myself. This is what I have right now about how, just on a very simple, clear level, how bringing in more anger and bringing up your clarity, bringing up my clarity, really allowed me to shed and see what the being is offering simply by being with you right now, with people in spaces.
And this part about being is not a passive act. It is a very engaged bringing yourself forward. And this is where the anger and the action comes into play. Raising the anger creates the space where I am moving. I'm taking the step to bring myself, to bring my non-material value to come right up against that line of the scarcity. It's really like pushing this boundary and using that anger to figure out where it is that I am, what the resistance that I experience. And in this process, there's this tremendous aliveness that I experience, that this force allows to be there. And so Beth being a yes for non-material value is not a waiting act. It is this tremendous act of bringing forward and stepping into the space. And so this is something I'm inviting each of you to bring today. In this moment of like, okay, bringing this non-material value starts with the engagement with the space, the bringing in of yourself, and that alivening and that use of anger for the go of your being, to be present right here in the space with where you are now, right in this moment. And so I invite you to use your anger for that sense of presence in this space and your engagement with each of us here.
Which means also not considering that there's any sort of hierarchy here, or that there's 3 space holders and somehow the 3 space holders run and lead the space and bring you, open doorways for you. The real invitation that I'm sensing being in this space is that everyone here is holding space for themselves and holding space for the journey that we're on for the next 2 hours. And that means impulses come through you, if you are sensing that you want to say something, or if you're just having a feeling, that you interrupt, that you bring yourself really into the space as you are right now.
And I have something I'm gonna go, which is that, so my impulse to join today, just seeing it, like, I could just jump in there, and I was like, wow, wait, there's a game world that I'm really turned on about, and I just kind of realized it in the past week or so. And it's the Heart Gym, where I've been going, regularly for, I don't know, months now, and holding space for it with Sónia. And I'm so like turned on about it, and I feel, I don't know if it's an emotion or not, but this thing about, what about the joy also? Like, not just the anger as the force, but like, I feel so much joy about, like, and turned on, and like excitement and fear. Like, I feel so many things about the potential for this game world and showing up. And that was why it was like, I guess all of these things that brought me here today, like all of these different feelings, but there's a big sense of joy. Like, I care for this game world, and I want to see it thrive, and I want to like show up here to support that. Like, it really was like so clear landing in me. And I feel, as I'm speaking, there's anger, but there's also this joy. It's like I love that space. Like, I love it. I'm like so kind of like really tickled and like about like all the possibility there. And I'm really like, I want to discover it and support it and foster it. And yeah, I want to bring in this flavor of joy also, like being for something, being a force to go to.
And what's your necessity with, you brought the joy into the space? What is your real necessity about that?
I think I want a joy club to happen, but I know that this is rage club, and it's like it's something like rage is just one pathway. It's like it's only one pathway. It's only one energy I can use to go. And I think I have some story that it's like anger is the only pathway for creation, for going, but it's like no, all of them are. And and I don't know what it is. There's like a guardianship over this game world, and like I wanna know like what is it to rage for this game world, and then also what else?
So what do you use to guard the game world?
My
Be a
anger.
guardian of, okay. So, and then you spoke about care when you were bringing up what you were experiencing. The thing was that you were going fast at high speed. So when you say that you care about the game world, the heart shame game world, what is the feeling?
My intellectual response is sadness, and I think there is sadness, and perhaps
Check with your body. Slow down.
Will you even try saying like, I care about slower, and then see what sensations and what feelings are there?
Yes. Yes. I care about it is sadness. I care about the heart gym. It's such, yeah, I keep coming back to this word. It's just it's such a precious space. And also I see how it has, there's this man who's been going named Mark, and I was in a breakout room with him yesterday, and something just cracked open in me about this man doing this work, and that he has all of these, you know, patriarchal structures still so deeply inside of him, and he's like, he doesn't know where to go next, but he's here. He shows up at the heart gym so regularly, and I was just like, wow, like I know so many men like this, and this is a space that men could discover something else, that they could find something else, and not fucking keep killing the planet, and knowing that they're right, and taking advantage of whatever's in sight to just win, to get whatever they want. And I care about people being authentic, and I care about people caring, like me, like people like me who have been like lived their whole life in modern culture to like find some way to step out. And I see it as this real like access point. Like I just see it as such an access point to step out of modern culture that is like, you know, there's not all these hoops and requirements and things to like taste something else. And I love that about it. I love that about it.
And what's your joy about it?
I'm like in awe. I'm in awe of the space, like just the constellations of the people that show up there, new faces, old faces. My mom, I didn't even know was showing up one time. Like, you know, so many people that come, and it's like, it's yeah, and it's just it's so like anything could happen there. We could do any experiment, any feeling could happen there. It's like it just feels like the space of endless possibility. And I'm also in awe of Sónia. Like, talk about feedback. Like, wow, like the space is like so, I don't know, it's like, it's almost like, I feel weird to say that, it's like the new rage club. And I feel so much joy about it. Or the next, you know, iteration of a rage club. And here's some other thing that I sense it has this, I don't know, this gravity, this weight, this stickiness, this thing that like could really touch people and grow, and it's already happening. Like I just see how naturally it's evolving in this way, and it's beautiful. I love it.
And what about your fear?
A lot of emotional fears are coming up, like stories, like immediately, just like, can I handle the commitment to this game world? Can I like hold it if I wanted to like really support it and grow it, like, you know, to be huge, whatever that means, and help, you know, empower other space holders and, you know, like, just, is it, you know, what's going to happen if it grows a lot, you know, can I hold it, or be there for it? And that's yeah, that's what comes up. A lot of
And
emotional.
if you move through that, you go through that layer and then go in the direction of the fear, the feeling of fear.
It's like, yeah, I also feel this fear of like moving fast. Like I get really like, I mix my fear and joy about it and get really like hyper. But it's something like the potential, like, and this is where I mix the fear and the joy and feel fear about like doing that, like it's wrong or something. Cause I'm like, oh my God, there's so much potential here. Like I can feel it. Like I just sense it and potential.
Potential for what? Will you be clear about what the potential looks like?
Yeah, the potential for like massive impact, like the potential for it to like impact so many people, for so many people to be turned on about it, for so many people to want to be a space holder for this game world, to use it in all kinds of shapes and forms, to empower people to step out of modern culture. And I just like, I don't know, I just have this feeling about it, or the sensation about it from the moment it started. It's just like I don't know, it just has this gravitational pull. Like there's just something that it has that I experience and I see it. I feel fear about talking about it being massive because it's like this really modern culture construct, like an exponential growth, and it needs to be so big and all these people need to join and it needs to be huge. And I feel fear about this part of me that feels this like greedy, like monster, like, you know, make it huge. And there's something also that I have some kind of like stars in my eyes about it. Like, wow, like I could see it like that.
Okay, so you feel all the four feelings about that game world. And
Yes.
then you have information that is arriving to you through all your four feelings.
Yes.
And what happens is that anger is the wagon where the other three hop on, and it takes them. Whatever comes from the sadness, the fear, the joy, and also the anger takes them along, and you can do something about that. You can make a proposal, but you need your anger to do that. You are just collecting the information and using everything that is coming to you through your feelings, through your four feelings. And then with the anger, you move. The anger is connected with the action, the moving, the going, the doing, the creating. And it's not isolated. But it's the place where the others go and they go together. But without your anger, if you only have your sadness or your fear or your joy, how try and get up of a chair if you're feeling sadness. Just pure sadness. Try and do it.
Right now.
Yes. And you can all try. Really connect with your sadness and try getting up. Just sadness, pure sadness.
I experienced that the pure sadness almost merges me with the chair I'm sitting on. And there's a way in which there's a gravity to sadness. Like sadness I think because it's in the liquids and it's connected to the moon and gravity, there's like a heavy, more, I'm almost one with my chair if I'm just in sadness. This is what I experience. And I wanted to also add, for instance, to even express a feeling, to say I feel sad because a person is using anger. I'm using anger to say it, to even have a voice that's clear, and that's the wagon. That's where I see the wagon kind of coming out the mouth, even like I can bring how I'm feeling to you, for instance, Sónia, and I'm still using anger to speak clearly about it.
Anyone else has an experience that you'd like to share about the sadness right now?
I see sadness as like an inward experience. Like it brings me more into myself, and I can see where the anger can take that out, like to express it, as you said, and brings me outward with what's inside.
Thank you.
I felt myself being dragged down to the floor. So it really resonated, this gravity sense of first just to where I'm sitting, but then even just to the floor and not being able to move.
And you didn't collapse. There was something in you that didn't melt to the floor. How did that happen?
There's stuff in the way.
Stuff is in the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stuff was in the way.
The sofa's in my way. Thank you.
I held space for a rage club that finished on Tuesday, and I noticed that there wasn't much sadness in the space at all through the whole series. And when it finished, I was connecting with what did I miss about the space? What was I missing? And I really missed sadness, and how the sadness helps to slow down and create more connection with the people in this space. And so I saw that I was, in this particular rage club, I was using my anger a lot to go, and even pushing. And so I was really missing sadness, and saw the necessity of having each feeling, or relying on each of my feelings, to create, I don't know, more wholesome, connected experience. And I'm seeing that now as I'm with the sadness, as this real slowing down and being with you, like nowhere to go. And then I question as to how to navigate being, using my anger to be and bring my non-material value in a way that's not pushing and forcing and trying.
What do you mean by pushing, forcing, and trying?
Like I have to do something right now. It has, or let's go. Okay, next thing, and and if it's not moving, then I've got to move it, and
Laura,
what's the next thing that I've got to do on my
Laura,
list?
will you choose one? Choose a time. Has this happened today? I know it's morning for you, but even today.
Pushing.
Yes. How have you pushed yourself today, and how did it go? How does it really go in you?
Well, there was even some subtle pushing to go to the Women of Earth Bridge House call, because I want to be there.
What's the sentence in the pushing?
What's the what?
The sentence in the pushing.
I have to go.
Because?
Because if I don't, then I'm nothing. If I don't, then there's a sense of failure.
So that's what happens. Like whenever you're trying to create something, it can happen that it comes enmeshed with something else, even if you really want to do something. And so, for example, here in your case, Laura, it's coming from this should, this image that you have that things have to be in a certain way, otherwise there's a consequence. And this is coming from the parent ego state. And there may be a mimetic construct about that, where it's stemming from. And then your point of
Sónia,
origin.
will you slow down? The mimetic construct is stemming from something. Can you unfold that a little bit more?
Yes.
What does that mean?
So your box is a structure, and it's made of sentences, very memes. It's like short sentences that made up the architecture of your box. And so this is what you use to think with. So for example, in my case, a basic structure of my box is that I am wrong. And so a lot of my survival strategies and my shoulds and I have to and emotions come from this basic sentence of I am wrong. And when you act from that, you are so it's like a filter. You are looking at life through lenses. And so you are not actually seeing the colors that are in reality because you have, for example, blue lenses. In my case, they have I am wrong written. And so whatever I look at something or at someone or at the situation, there's this thing immediately coming up like it's my fault because I'm wrong. How did I do this? How come I created this? And you are placing yourself, that's like the epicenter of your creation. So for example, you want to create a game world, but you have this thing of scarcity. And the actions that you're taking, the choices that you're doing come from this sentence of I don't have enough, or I am not able to do this, or it's not possible for me. And you're not really connecting to what you really want to do, to what brings you aliveness, to what fires you up. Just like Jacqueline was talking, like before, you could have this sense of there's something about this game world that is happening in Jacqueline that is really like, I want to do this no matter what. I don't care. I just love it so much that I'm going to go for it. And it's not really the place from where she was speaking was not really like, I need money. I want to create this because I want this certain kind of result. It's just something in her being and the place where she's speaking from that it's on fire. And she doesn't even really know what's the reason, or I need to have it clear why this is happening. I'm just moving from that. And that is different from, I don't have money, I need to do something about it. And I cannot do this. And so when you create things from that place, the results that you will have are contaminated by the place, by scarcity, by the emotional fear, by the sentence of I am not enough or I am wrong. And so the proposal is to move from that place to this other place, which is just a small step to the side, that is I fucking love it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I don't know how, but I'm gonna do it. But you need to create space in yourself, and you also need a team. And and for that, you need your anger.
Sónia, what is the creating space in yourself? Like creating space from emotion, voices, to then be able to shift point of origin?
It's the baggage. The baggage is made up of emotions, of the voices in your head that come and say, you cannot do this. And this voice may even not belong to you. It's something that you heard and you took it for yourself, and you keep on repeating inside of you, and you keep on having the same result. And the result that you have is that you cannot do it, because you have this running inside of you. And so what you create, because you are all creators, even if you are not aware of that, what you create is what you're repeatedly saying inside of you. And so there's something else that I want to say, is that you don't need to get to a perfect point to start creating a game world, or to start doing something. It's not about, okay, I'm going to go and do this work first, and then there will be this moment where I am ready. It's not about that. It's about doing it as you are clearing up the space. And that's why having a team is so important, because you will have blind spots. Your survival strategies will come up, and your team will let you know that this is happening, will hold space for you, will be on you during the ride. And that's the ecstatic and fun part of it, which is something that the three of us, Meredith, Beth, and I, are experiencing, is that, okay, how does it go to see how we are competing with each other? How does it go to acknowledge that and be together and choose to keep on moving together and doing this crazy experiment? And each one of you has this. You can source this for yourselves, and while creating your game world. And your team will give you your points of your X on the map. What is your reality? Where are you really?
I want to return to Laura talking about pressure too, to tie it back to what Laura was saying. So Laura, just using the example of the call and wanting to be in the call, and also seeing that there was this layer of pressure. And will you say what the voice was again? I have to go because
if I don't go, then I'm failing.
Yes. And when you said that, another thing came through for me that would be like, if I don't go, I'm left behind. I'm not on the in.
Yeah.
It's like this pressure that has to do with possibly missing out on something. And that, I had a wonderful exploratory call with Jacqueline yesterday about fear of missing out. And I just really see how that pressure comes in, and it's connected to scarcity as well. It's connected to scarcity because it has this flavor of something could go on that I'm supposed to be a part of. And if I'm not, I'll miss it. So that's something that's as if something that is already meant for you would somehow not find you. So that's I also hear that when you talk about this pressure. And what I'm interested in about what Sónia was saying is that that wasn't the only reason you came. There was also a necessity in you. There was a necessity in you to come to the call and be with the women and share how you were and what you were experiencing. And so when I am considering this idea of creating space, in this particular example, what I see is that you would notice the pressure. You would notice the pressure and you would recognize it as an old thoughtware. And you would be able to still make a decision from what your real necessity is, and not through the lens of that thoughtware. Because in a way, it's almost putting baggage on what you do desire. You wanted to go to the call, and the pressure is just there so that you can be a victim of it in some way, or a victim of the scarcity of it. Like, it becomes this whole kind of like mini swamp it's not reality. This is what I see. Yeah.
I want to add one more thing about this space, this creating space, because it's been an experiment I've been doing the past couple months of just creating space and finding my natural impulses and not performing or pressuring myself into anything. And I guess, yeah, a possibility or experiment that I offer you to do or not do, Laura, is anytime you think you should do something, or like you have clarity, it's like it's a should, or I'm supposed to, or it would be good for me, or I would fix myself if or anything that's like not just you actually want to do it, just say no. Just say no to all of it. And there's things like even this series, like or all these rage clubs, like I have this sensation I want to be with all these women, but I don't have a yes to like doing rage club. And because I keep saying no to all these things, I have all this spaciousness, and then all these things are coming online. Like, I just wanted to do this FOMO space. I just wanted to jump in here. I'm just going to the heart gym. The things are just happening that I actually want to do because I'm saying no to all these things that are these shoulds.
I love that, Jacqueline, and I'm writing it down.
Yay.
Yeah.
Meredith?
I propose that we practice this skill, Jacqueline. And I propose there are these sentences. What you create, this really landed with me, Sónia. What you create is what you repeatedly say inside of you. These voices of what we are repeatedly saying inside of us can be mysterious. It's like they're always present, yet somehow giving a voice to them and bringing them out and to a different perspective, it is some mystery process for me. So I would like to give space for us to do this now, to give space to say the voices that are in our heads, holding us back, the things that we can't do because I am too, whatever these voices are, and give space for them to start to become not just something that's clouding my vision, but something I see that. I can see this voice. I'm going to say this voice. So I propose that we make this time now to go there. And so let's do it in groups of 3. And Sónia and Beth, you can jump in. I propose groups of 3, 3 minutes each person with 2 coaches, giving goes, yes, and finding the spots where they can't see, where their clouded vision of what's really going on is blocking their clarity. You coaches are saying, and what about this? And what about this? And what do you really think? And your help bring to light these voices that are creating the scarcity. And 3 minutes each person, and rotate.
Meredith, I propose to go for 4 minutes to
Yes.
unfold more of the sentences. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna create the breakout rooms.
And just to clarify that the coaches are really on the person's team about it and can ask specific questions. Does it also involve this? So if you, as a coach, and you're really with and present with the person, you also will notice impulses coming through and go with them. Even if it's just as a practice, go with what your impulses are, ask the questions, and really help uplift this person and be with them as they really get some more clarity about these blocks.
And Lisa Maria, I see you've just pulled out your notebook and pen. And so the coaches check in if there's anything that's like really coming up, you can jot down that note. You can jot down that note for them to share those notes with them later if there's something that you're called to. As a point
I'm gonna say that both people can coach, but one person really does take the role of scribe during it. Doesn't mean writing down every single word, but just will be in that space and make a commitment to writing for the person that's speaking.
Thank you, Beth.
Okay.
Does anyone have any questions before we go into this space?
Yes, do we keep our own time or are you keeping the time?
I'm keeping the time and I will send a message when it's time to shift. Okay.
Yes.
And Sónia, I think one of us is in.
I'm going to do 2 breakout rooms with 4 people each. And so we will all be in.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So there.
See you on the other side.
Hello, Meredith and Sarah.
Hello.
And
Hello.
the mystery 4th person. Sónia. Great. Hello.
I will be the first scribe who is ready to go.
I will go first. Why not?
Thank you, Jacqueline.
Yes. There's not enough time. I need to make money. Those are the 2 that come up like constantly. There's just not enough time and I need to make money. And then also like what happens if I like waste all this time and my money and I end up literally poor? Like I just like I put all of this effort and attention and time and resources into something and like what if it doesn't work out? If it's like and then it's wasteful.
Jacqueline, will you slow down and let the feelings come with your words as they are?
Yes.
Start
Yeah,
in the part that it's wasteful. Go to that part. It's wasteful.
I feel like trapped. Like I feel sad and angry that it's like unless it has some fucking utility, like I cannot do it. Like unless I have clarity about if it's gonna work or if it's gonna be great, I cannot do it. Why on earth would I fucking spend my time on it?
Yes.
And the utility, what's the utility about?
Like it needs to have some outcome, like it needs to have some measurable outcome, like it's going to generate money or it's going to generate followers or recognition or success or like a pat on the fucking back or more money or just yeah, it's like all these same things. It's like money, recognition, growth, like all this fucking modern culture stuff. Like don't even bother. Like to just do something for the sake of doing it alone is not enough. Like that is
Yes.
not, that is it's like bullshit. Like I feel almost angry at it. Like how dare I fucking be this like piece of shit who's like living in their idealistic world, like fantasy that, oh, I can just do something that's poetic and fun and delightful and no clarity about like, how is it going to have impact? How is it going to help people? How is it going to make money? How is it going to be sustainable? It's like, don't even bother.
So you have, don't even bother. Then you are living in an idealistic world. It's a waste of time.
Yeah.
What comes next?
Yeah, it's just like so much fear of like, what if people hate it? Like, what if no one cares? What if no one cares about what I create?
Can you speak with the fear? Like sense into your fear that's there. Speak from that place.
Yes, like yeah, what if people hate it? What if what if nobody comes? What
Mhm.
if it
Yes.
leads to nothing? Like, what if it leads to nothing? What if people judge me? What if I look stupid? Like, what if I look fucking
Jacqueline,
stupid?
before the fear, there's the sentence. So I want to check something with you. Is it like, what if no one comes? Or is it no one will come and then you feel the fear?
It's like, what if no one comes and then I feel the fear? Like, it feels like all this like mental rumination, like what if, a million what ifs. And then I feel the fear.
It's a questioning.
Yeah, so many what ifs. Like, I need to know. It's like, if I don't know, then
Then
I like, it needs to be a really well calculated risk to take.
thank you.
Something comes up for me about control.
Yes.
There.
Yeah, I need to know how it's gonna go. I need to be in control of how it's gonna go.
Thank you,
Time's
Jacqueline.
up. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I will be the scribe now. Hmm.
Okay, I'll go. I'm never gonna make it. And everyone else can do it, and I cannot. It's not accessible to me.
What isn't accessible to you?
The joy of doing what I love, that's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard. It needs to be hard. And that's how life goes. That's reality. Reality is hard.
Reality is hard.
Life is not what you think it is. That's not real life.
What's not real life?
The vision that I hold, it's not real life. What I want, what I sense about a new culture or how people relate, that's not real. That's just my imagination. And that's just a fantasy that I have. And then there's
Sónia, will you raise your anger a little bit? And you're in a very careful space, and you know how this navigation goes. So let the anger come and say things that haven't come before, and let it be
Mhm.
messy.
Mm-hmm.
it's the I'm a loser. I'm not enough. And whatever it is that I want to try and do it, I will just keep on fucking failing because I am not enough.
Yes, go.
And I just think that I'm good, but I'm not. And people tell me, you're good, you have this amazing future ahead of you.
Yes.
You are so
Yes.
brilliant, but it's all a fucking lie. And so
Go.
I should not try because I don't want to discover that I'm a fucking fraud. I don't want to do it, so I don't do
Go.
it.
Why
I
is it a
don't
lie,
try it.
Sónia?
I don't try. It's like, because it's not fucking coming from me. It's coming from the outside. It's not
Yes.
even me.
Yes.
I'm not being seen. People are not seeing me.
Go.
So
Yes.
I cannot do it. And I don't want to fucking do it. It's not my fucking
Go.
vision. I don't want to do it.
Yes.
I don't want to do it.
What
I
don't
will
you
not
want to
it.
do?
I am gonna keep on sabotaging that fucking expectation that you put on me. I'm not doing it. Fuck you.
Yes.
Go.
Yes.
And it's like, I just want to get my revenge because you did not see me. So fuck you and your expectations on how brilliant I am. Fuck you.
Yes.
Go.
You will not have it. You will not have what I have. You will not. I will not comply ever. Ever.
Yes.
And then there's this, what if I'm doing something wrong? And if I'm losing time, I'm losing my fucking precious time with this shit. I don't want to lose my time. There's something that I need to do. And I'm losing my time and I'm just.
What are you losing your time to?
It's time. Okay, just wait. That was still my gremlin. I'm losing
The energy is
time.
still there. Yes.
I'm losing time worrying with all these fucking things that people want me to be and do. That's what I'm losing time with. Fuck it. And fighting it. I'm losing my precious time. Thank you.
Thank you, Sónia.
Thank you, Sónia.
And Sónia, even as you're doing these logistics, like being with that, the energy of what you just said, staying in contact.
Okay, third person.
I will go next.
I will scribe again.
Okay, go.
Sarah, how are your hands right now? Are you holding your hands?
Yeah.
Okay, take your hands apart, but you can put them on your lap. Yeah, start there. And you can start the end. Yes, like that. Let the anger come and you don't need to know what to say first.
I feel a lot of fear at the moment.
Sarah, even now, the sentence is already there. It's telling you something about this practice. What is the sentence?
I don't know what to say.
Yes, that's one.
I'm going to say the wrong thing.
Yes, doing great.
I don't know what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I feel scared to make a mistake. I feel scared to do something wrong. I feel I don't want to do it wrong. I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to be seen. I don't want to stand out.
Take your time. Keep on breathing. It's happening inside of you.
I'm not enough. I have to do something to prove myself. I have to be something, to say something smart, or don't say anything at all.
Yes.
Let that other feeling come up. There's another feeling behind the fear. And
I feel angry.
Yeah.
Angry about.
Say as it is. It's not pretty. Go.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to. I keep sabotaging myself. I keep fucking up. I keep. keeps myself stuck and small, and I'm so stuck in that. I can't do it. I can't do what I really want to do. I have to do what someone else wants to do. I can't do what I want to do. I can't follow what's inside of me. I have to do it this way and how I've been taught how to do it and what I've been told. And I feel angry that I feel angry about, and I'm so stuck in it. I'm so stuck in this swamp of believing
What's
that I
it like
can't
to
do
be
it.
stuck in the swamp? What's it like?
It feels like a fog. It's like this fog in my head, and that blocks my clarity about what I really want, like what I want to do and what I can do and what I know I'm capable of doing. And I just sabotage that and make it unclear, and I doubt myself, and I say I can't do that. I can't do those things. I'm not good enough. I will never be able to do that. I will never be something else. I'm stuck here. I have to do it this way. It
Yeah,
feels
go.
heavy.
Yeah, why do you have to do it this way? Why do you have to do it this way?
Because if I don't do it that way, then I'm wrong. I've done something wrong.
Yeah,
That
keep going.
I will be seen as wrong.
Yes.
That I won't fit in. That I won't fit into this society. I won't fit into people's expectations. I won't fit in. And they won't like me.
Sarah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take a deep breath. Okay. Meredith,
I'm up.
go.
I have to know exactly how it goes, or it's a waste of everybody's time. I can waste everybody's time. And if I do that, then they're gonna hate me. And then I'll have no, it's like, then they'll hate me, then I'll realize I'm a total fraud because I don't really have anything to offer. It's like everybody has non-material value, but for me, I'm special, and maybe I actually have nothing to offer anyone.
Oh.
And people will see it if I really try to offer something and bring myself into the space, and then people actually see that I have nothing to give them and I'm not useful, then there's no reason. It's like, why try? What is the purpose of doing anything? And
So,
it's like letting go. Yeah, I used to have so much purpose. I used to matter. I used to work so hard and pay the price. And now it's just like I'm coasting along, and what am I even doing for people? And yeah, maybe it is a whole fantasy, and maybe I really don't, maybe I'm the only one who cares. Maybe I'm the only one who cares about anything. And there's not this thing that, people will get something from me. If I care about something, someone else cares about something, and it's just a total lie. And I'm
And slow
actually
down a little. Keep going and slow down a little bit.
actually completely alone. And then what do I do? And so it's better to it's better to not try. It's better to not try and wait. It's better for me to wait until I know that people will like it. I know that it will be I know I will be helpful. Yeah. It's like, I know if I can be useful, if I can be a tool in someone else's life, in a good tool, a sharpy, shiny tool, then all of it works. But I think I'm actually like, I don't know, like one of those rusty wrenches that you don't even like, they're around. And it's like, what if that's really how it goes? And then what? And then maybe I really like have to settle for something that I could have just been doing all along before this terrible embarrassment where I learned that I'm useless to the world.
Yeah, go there. What if you need to do something else without being a terrible embarrassment?
Yeah. What if people hate me? What do I do if people hate me and think I'm a bad person? Like, I actually try something and people think I'm a bad person, and this all good person show that I've been, good person, useful show that I've been trying to, yeah, maybe all of this, anything I've ever been able to do has just been fake and I've been pretending. And this can happen. This can happen that someone's doing it all from pressure. They can just be pressuring themselves into doing something and then it's fake. Maybe that's what I'm doing to myself. How do I know? So maybe I just shouldn't do anything because maybe I'm pressuring myself. And then I can just stay here. It's like the enemy of doing something is doing it because I'm pressuring myself and it's fake. And I'll realize everything I've done has been fake, waste of time, coming from trying to be someone that will be like reconciled, like some authority will tell me I've done a good job, like pat me on the head and say, you've been a good one. And maybe they won't say that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Meredith.
Thank you, Meredith.
Thank you, team.
You're in the main room.
Okay.
And I took your notes, Meredith.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll be right back. 1 minute.
Okay. I will also leave this space now.
Mm.
Okay.
Thank you, Jacqueline.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Mm.
Will you say that, Sarah?
I feel scared.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Hello. You.
Jacqueline left, I see.
Yes, she just left the space.
Okay. Great.
Any sharings about what that was like for you?
I have the question now, like, okay, it's really valuable to know these sentences, but what do I do about it? Like, what do I do with this? Because I can really see how it's blocking me, and yeah, I'm just with this question now internally.
What do you already do, Lisa Maria?
I talk about it. I do emotional healing processes. I go to spaces like this. I work with my feelings, and I override these sentences. I noticed when I was saying them, they come from my survival strategies, and when I'm in my power, they're not relevant. But it's when I'm in survival mode that these sentences are more kind of empowered in my experience.
So what I'm getting is that you are not using one amazing tool that you all have in your belt of energetic tools, which is your voice blaster.
Mm.
And it's like, so let's try it now. So you have an energetic belt And inside of you, you have inside, oh my God, not inside of you, the belt, you have a voice blaster. So take your hand to your energetic belt and take your voice blaster out. It's an energetic tool, okay? Mine is like this, it's from the outer space. It's round here, and then it has this red, very fine fusel. And it makes a noise like, this is how mine goes. And so as soon as the voice comes in, you take out your voice blaster, and you will need your anger. It doesn't work if you don't have your anger. Okay? So you say the sentence out loud with anger, and then you shoot it with anger. And so it goes something like this. I am wrong. So I am wrong. Bang! And you shoot it. Every time the sentence comes, you take your voice blaster out, you say it, and you shoot it using anger. Okay? Let's go all together now. At the count of 3, you say the sentence and you shoot it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. You're a
I
piece
have
of
to be
shit
useful
anyway.
anyway.
Bang! Okay. Then you put it back on your belt. It's always there for you. If the sentence comes up again, you take it out and you shoot it. I encourage you to use it here as we are in the space. Just practice that. So you just say, I have a voice, I'm going to shoot it, so that you don't startle people. So you say, I'm going to use my voice blaster. Say the sentence and you shoot it. Okay? So this is a possibility on how to deal with the voices and the sentences.
I love it. I have the same thing that Bella had, that I've always thought that the voice blaster is a little bit ridiculous, but I'm getting a lot of hints that it's not, and so I'm just going to give it a try.
I also noticed that I have resistance to using the voice blaster. And
what's the resistance?
I also love it, and it was one of the, I remember at my first ETB, the tool that really spoke to me the most. I was like, this is amazing, I'm going to start using this. And I even believe the first time I met Jacqueline, I told her about the voice blaster like within 10 minutes or something like this. It was like very, and my resistance now, it's a voice, and I'm going to do it right now. It goes, it's like, the voice blaster does not work. There's got to be a better way. Bang! And I'm smiling.
Okay.
Will you do that?
Notice.
What?
Say that again, Lisa Maria.
Will you do that again with more anger? It didn't land.
The voice blaster is ridiculous. It does not work. Bang! Thank you.
I will shoot one. I can't shoot voices in this space. Bang!
Laura, say the sentence with using more anger.
I can't shoot voices in this space. Bang!
Oh.
I have one. People will think I'm crazy. Bang!
Go.
I can't change my mind. Bang!
Okay, try again, Jacqueline, without the smile. Connect with your anger from your center. You say the sentence using the anger, and then you shoot it with the anger.
I can't change my mind. Bang!
The anger really lands, Jacqueline. And I can feel it over here. And this voice is jumping around in the room with you. It's like it's going off, and your voice blaster will find it and connect to that voice, connect to the voice in the space with your awareness, with your eyes, and let it be in the space. It's part of the energetic practice. Thank you.
Will you go again, Jacqueline?
Will you say it one more time?
Let the sentence is dancing around in your world. It's clouding your vision. It's in your space. It's not some idea in your mind, but it's really in your physical space and how it colors your lived experience. And so it is in the room. And so when it's dancing about the room, make contact with it in your physical space. Look at it.
I can't change my mind. Bang!
Go.
Yes.
Go.
It's like a neon sign will start showing up as you speak it, and you're putting it in the energetics, and then you point at it and you go bang, just like that. Boom, 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 boom.
I have one.
Okay, go.
I have to suffer to make money. Bang!
Go.
I like how you do it. It's like, yeah.
I have one.
I love it.
There's no point.
Yes.
I saw it.
And how was that?
It felt really landed. I'm always surprised when energetic stuff is true. Even though I know it, but old programming. So I feel glad about that.
Lisa Maria, what's the thing with the energetics? What's the sentence?
It's something like it's made up. It's not true. It's not real. We're making fools out of ourselves. It's like a fantasy world.
Will you
It's not
shoot
real.
those one at a time?
It's not real.
Go.
This is all ridiculous.
Go.
Making. Sorry.
Just
Yes.
said go.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Making a fool out of myself. Bang! This is all made up. Bang!
go.
Lisa Maria, will
Yeah.
you say the energetics is all made up? Because you're saying this, and I'm scared that it's a loophole.
Okay, thank you. The energetics are all made up. Bang! Energetic stuff is a fantasy world. Bang! It's quiet for now.
Do you have something like, I am not a witch? Or I cannot do this energetic thing?
Yes,
Would you shoot that one too?
yes. I am not a witch. Bang!
Thank you.
Thank you.
I got chills
Sarah.
on 2 of those, Lisa Maria, as some feedback.
Which ones do you remember?
No,
I do. I'm not a witch. My sadness really came up. And the energetics is a fantasy world. Thank you. Sarah. Sarah or Sarah?
Sarah. Yeah.
Sarah.
Yeah, I
What's
have one.
happening in you? Okay.
What's happening in me?
Yeah, you already answered. You have one. Go.
Mm. Yeah, I have a voice. Mm.
Don't think, just go.
I can't speak. Bang!
More anger.
I can't speak. Bang!
Sarah, describe me your voice blaster. How does it look like? What does it look like?
Hmm. I'm not sensing into that so much at the moment.
Okay.
Take a look at it. Pick it up.
Yeah.
If you forgot to pick it up at all, maybe that's what happened. You can reach back, pick it up, and everyone, you can do this too. I'm noticing I have some details that I don't have about mine. And look at it. What color is it? You can't get it wrong.
It's
It's
pink.
yours. Okay.
Pink. Thank you. What's it made of?
Metal.
Okay.
Thank you. And the trigger, what does it trigger like when you pull on it to make it go bang? Does it click? Is it smooth? Is it?
There's quite a lot of energy in it, like a push.
Ah, so when you fire it, it really recoils. Okay.
Yes.
Would you try again with your pink metal recoiling voice blaster? And do it again. And when you use your voice blaster, stay in connection with it for an extra moment. It's like, bang, stay in contact. Would you try again?
Yes. I also have these voices of it doesn't work.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, start with those.
This is bullshit. Bang! This
Stay in
doesn't
contact.
work. Bang!
Stay in contact with it.
And really say it. The voice blaster doesn't work. The voice blaster is bullshit. Say the complete sentence. You're doing great. Keep on going.
The voice blaster doesn't work. Bang! The voice blaster is bullshit. Bang!
Yeah, let that be here too.
I don't believe this. Bang!
Or something like, this is all fucking stupid.
Yes. This is all fucking stupid. Bang!
There's another one there happening that is beating yourself up, something like that. Putting yourself down. What's the sentence?
I'm making a fool of myself. Bang!
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. Bang!
Yes. And there may even be one like, these people are stupid. Like,
And when you go, Sarah, really with this anger, that's you're taking a stand for your power and your voice and you being here in this space.
I don't belong here. Bang!
Put your voice blaster on your belt again. It's a real weapon. It's not imagination. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
thank you, Sarah. And so, Lisa Maria, this is one way that it can go. And this is not the only way. This is not the only way to work with these limiting ideas, these limiting beliefs. But these sentences, when they're coming, this is a tool always here.
I'd like to go to another practice. Does anyone has anything else right now?
Yes, I want to share that for the first time ever, I actually could see what my voice blaster looked like. And I have a special effect. So I noticed that I have a fire diffuser. And when I see the sentence actually coming up in your letters, I can completely burn it down from the beginning to the end. Thank you.
And what sound does it make?
It's like a
Yeah.
There's like a
like
torch, like a fire torch.
Flame
Yeah.
thrower.
Super cool.
Thank
Yeah.
you, my hives.
And I have one more thing to share.
You can just
I have
call me
one more.
May. Ives is
It's
my
May.
family name. So
Oh,
It's great.
okay.
Oh, okay. Thank
May.
you.
thank you.
I have one more thing to share about voices that I discovered, and I'm doing research, but I think I've shared this with Laura before. There's a spot on the back of my head where when I notice voices, I can also like open up this spot and let it pour out. And it kind of goes into this space behind me and runs down the river of time. And so this is one tool that I use sometimes. And I invite you to practice it or experiment with it and see if you have a place that's somewhere in your head vicinity where you can actually release voices out the back door. Thank you.
I have one more thing to add, which is I don't know that it's so much a tool, but and I'm not even saying I'm like great at using this tool, but it's just going into action because I'm really good at staying in my head and living with the voices and letting them take over. And then if I actually just do something, if I just take an action, or even if it's like connecting with someone else to just not be ruminating in my head, if I just do something, I like to get the reality that like, oh, maybe that voice is just a voice and nothing more than a voice. And I can stay with it, or I can choose something else. And I'm not saying it's necessarily the easiest, but when I have done it, I find it's incredible.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so for the next practice, you will be needing a wall and probably your towel. And I will be doing this in pairs, and the practice is you will put your hands against the wall and you'll start pushing. And as you push, you connect with this thing inside of you that you want to create. You don't need to know already what it is. You just start by saying what's important for you. What is it that it's so important for you? And and it can be something like, food is important for me. Do not judge what's coming up. Just speak it and go with it. Unfold it. So why is it that food is important for you? And you keep on saying it. You keep on pushing the wall and you say, and it's important for me because food is nourishing and I want people to have food, quality food. And you keep on going. And there will be someone else with you. Maybe the groups of 4 again in the breakout room, and the people will be giving you feedback and coaching, like, okay, and asking questions. So if you notice that the person is getting out of the anger or going to the head, you coach them to come back to the anger and to unfold whatever is coming through. So what is it that is really important for you and that you really want to create? Do you have any questions about this?
I propose we do 2 groups of 3 and 1 group of 2 because we only have 25 minutes left.
Okay.
We can also do groups of 2.
Yeah, why not pairs? There's 8 people here.
Okay.
My proposal about going into groups of 3 is simple. It's because I like when the teams are a little bigger for some of the work. And I have no resistance to doing groups of 2.
Okay. Okay, this is balanced. Okay, so it will be 5 minutes per person. This will be a total of 10 minutes, and then we come back into the main room and share what we discovered.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I will take time and I will send message when
Thank
it's
you,
time to
Sónia.
shift. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Sarah. I'm just moving myself here. Trying to find myself my wall. Okay. I'll go right here behind my desk.
Mm-hmm. Are we
Is-
going at the same time? No.
We're gonna go one at a time.
Yeah.
And so it's about what is important for you. It's important for me that, it's important for me that, and what do you want to create?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
I can hold space first.
Okay, I go first.
Mm-hmm. Go.
Did she say? Okay. Oh,
So connecting with what is important for you, Meredith.
yes. Oh, it's important that people can feel, and it's important
Yes.
that people can actually connect to each other and not just be so scared about their life and their survival strategies that they have no idea how to even be alive. And it's important to me that the people are connected to their partners and they can make love together. And it's important to me that they're not doing it from a place of selfishness, that they can learn, that they know that there's something else than just getting their own needs met. I care about women.
There's more anger there.
Yeah, I care about women being insane, for people thinking they're fucking insane because they're so angry and because they scream. They yell when things are fucked up, when people say things to them, when people look at them like they're an object. And I want women to be
Meredith.
lawyers who could rip someone's head off if they fucking have to, that they're willing to go that far because their dignity is more important than being nice. Their dignity, I care about women finding their dignity, that it's it's just bigger than them getting what they want, and it's actually about taking care of the world, taking care of their children, and fucking taking a stand for these men to somehow come alive and find a life outside of the fucking patriarchy. I care about eating vegetables. And I care about them not being $3 fucking for an avocado, and that people, there's a space to live. I care about living in a space where people are alive, where people like will speak to each other, who care about their fucking neighbors, who are willing to meet other people. I care about listening to music and watching people get in the flow and creating something with their lives that they think is beautiful.
There's more energy behind this, Meredith. I wonder if you can let that speak.
I care about the water. I care about there not being fucking plastic in the water. And I care about the road. I care about the storm drains getting unclogged. I care about living in a place where where people see these things. I care about people unlearning their hardness that they see the world with, and I care about children never hardening. I care about children not having to blind themselves to survive in modern culture, where they stop talking to people, where they like stop looking at people on the street. I was talking at the street and doing the crazy experiment, and the only people who looked at me were children, and they wanted to play too. And I take a stand for kids not to be hardened in that way, where they have to be adults way before they should. I take a stand for kids to get to play and to explore and be in nature and get their hands dirty and hold a worm. I care about feeling the sun on my body, because
one more minute. Really go.
When I'm connected,
you care about
nature,
this.
I can't possibly neglect myself. When I'm in nature, my body is my tool and it is sacred. And when I
why is this all so important to you?
Say it again.
Why is this all so important to you?
Because I want to be alive. I care about being fully alive. I care about being in contact with the world, and that I'm alive. My eyes are open and I'm not scuttling around like some scared little rat, too afraid to show who I am, because I don't want people to hate me. Because I'm scared of people hating me, I will rather hide and kill myself than be fully alive. That I could do something wrong, and that would be more important than being alive and trying something out.
Just really feel that in your heart. You just said.
I care about standing up, about standing in my full size and being my full self, and moving beyond that, moving beyond what I think I can possibly hold space for, because I think I'm some tiny little thing. I care about letting go of that fucking story that I'm a small little thing.
We're coming to the end now. Thank you, Meredith. Really like letting the energy circulate into your bones. All this that you care about, that you live for, you want to be alive for.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead and Move before your mind can catch up. Go place your hands on the wall. Start pushing. Yeah, start using your core to push against the wall. What is important for you, Sarah? What do you want to create?
I want to create connection, and I want to create expression, and I want to create beauty in my life, and I want to create love in the world, and I want to create realness.
Yes. And Sarah, there's still a little fear in your voice. You're still unsure if that's what you really want. Just let the anger speak. Let it be there. Yes, start with the growl. Yes. Yes, that's it. Yes.
I want to live. I want my life. I want to live my life. I want to live my life and be real about how it is for me and
How does
see
that
others
go?
in that.
How does it go to be real?
I want to be authentic and real, and I want to be myself, and I want to create, and I want to be uninhibited by my mind and my thoughts and my stories, and I want to be here in the now.
Yes.
I want to be here right now, not in the past or the future. I want to be here right now.
Yes, keep going. What else? Yes, what else is important to you?
The heart connection, like being sincere with one another and being real and exploring beyond ourselves, like what is really there, what's coming through us, like what's happening beyond this material world, like what is there in the connection that is possible.
What is
I wanna,
possible?
I want to know what is possible. I want to go beyond what I think is impossible. I want to.
What do you want to
be in
create?
love. I want to be in love with my life and with others, and I want to meet in that place.
Yeah, what do you want to create?
Yeah, and I want to heal. I want to stand for my healing and to create a different possible reality for myself and bring that in the world and create that in the world.
What else do you want to create?
I want to create. I want to create fun. I want to have fun. I want to have fun. I want to create art. I want to create messes and be messy and then discovery. I want to discover something. I want to learn something. I want to flow. I want to.
It doesn't need to make sense, Sarah. Yeah.
I want to write. I want to express myself and be around people who express themselves and be inspired and create and just explore and enjoy beauty in my life.
Yes. Yes, keep going. What's important to you?
It's important to me to listen to my heart. It's important to me to listen to what's going on inside and to follow that. My values are important to me. Feelings are important to me. It's important for me to feel and to be with people who are feeling and to show that, to express that, and to feel what's there, like feel how I'm touched by things, by people, and that what moves me, and to really feel my life, to feel how it is to be alive, to live, and to grow as I want to grow, and to do what I want to do.
Yes, what do you want to do? You're doing great. Keep going.
I want to die. I want to dance. I want to be free and uninhibited. And I want to create spaces where people can express themselves, where we do that together and we learn from each other and we touch each other in our hearts. And it's beautiful. And that's what I want to live for.
Yes, and please come to an end. And circulate the energy. Yes, let it move through you, sending the anger to your bones. These are the things that are important to you. Some of the things that you want to create. And Sarah, our room will close in just 7 seconds. So I'll see you in the big room.
Thank you, Meredith.
Thank you.
Sharings and discoveries from the space.
I feel joy that it took me 30 seconds to get Beth to stop because she had unleashed this fireball. I was like, Beth, stop, stop. Going, she just couldn't stop. And it was about that.
Go, Beth.
Go, Beth. Yeah.
Oh, I feel sad right now. And to just have done that with Jacqueline and to be here on this team, because what was really coming through was how important it is for me to learn how to be a teammate and to be on a team with other women and other people. And it was something like everybody, it was like we're all in a garden and I'm one kind of plant and I have my type of plantness and how much I flourish and just love to be with all the other unique flowers in the garden, to co-create and collaborate and just be in life together. So I'm sad and I'm glad about it.
What came through was that I care so much about human beings, so much. And I've been pretending that I don't, hiding behind the wall of anger, but I care. And I care about transformation and evolution and the potential that every human being has. And it's really important for me. And just by speaking about it, I'm like, that's who I am. That's what I'm holding space for. And I'm not gonna stop. I will not stop doing that ever again, because I care so much, so much about each one of you here. It's like there are so many beautiful things inside of you, so much power, so much potential, so many things that I want to see in the world, and I want to hold space for that. I am a space holder for that. So this is who I am.
Thank you, Sónia.
Oh, Sónia.
Laura, what did you find out?
That it matters to me that I find a way to be on this earth, like in a way that I just really enjoy being here, and I love it, and I enjoy being with you. I enjoy being with the people I'm with, and feeling Gaia is like so much about feeling Gaia, being able to feel her in my cells, and like she's with me, I'm with her, and just finding a way to live, to be on planet Earth that's healthy ways of being and relating and living really matters to me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It seems really perfect that you're wearing green and you're glowing like the sunlight right now. Gaia is speaking through you.
Mm-hmm. I feel glad about that.
For me, it came up the importance of being, not getting stuck, like not being sucked into the, to like, the way I see it is like to thinking that the game is real, like to thinking that something is real, to like being attached, getting hooked. It's like to stay in the unknown, to stay in that black space between the constructs and the concepts and the attachments to low drama or my own identity or my box or an outcome, and just to stay and to really be able to play. And that's really the space that I want to be in, and that where I can really play. So that came up again, and some other stuff from within that also, it got deepened. So it was really great.
Thank you, Lisa Maria.
Thank you, Lisa Maria.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa Maria.
Thank you.
Any last word before I jump in from any of you? Okay. Your door has closed. I've had so much fun with each of you in the space. I've had a lot of fear, and right now I'm so awake and alive, and I feel so glad to be here with all of you. And I want to know, this day was an experiment of the Rage Club, of this wild Rage Club explosion. And I don't want this to be where our journey together ends. And so I want to know, what do you need? What do you need from the three of us the journey has set forth. What do you need to stay aboard and keep going with us? And maybe the answer is something. Yes.
Meredith, will you stop the recording?
Yes.
I would like people to answer